Hey guys, hope you're doing fantastic. So I just want to give you a quick visualization of my other video that I had about, AI automating 80% of freelancers workflow and being able, just so that you're able to kind of see, visually, of some of the steps that you need to be able to take in order for you to be able to kind of streamline a lot of your work processes, right? Again, with AI entering the market, it's really important for us to be able to utilize these tools so that we can, again, streamline the process, our productivity, any other managerial tasks that we normally do as solopreneurs, when you're a freelancer or in the gig economy, and you're able to kind of just, utilize these tools to kind of benefit you, right, in a sense. So I just really want you guys to see this visually. So, transforming your freelance business, by letting AI handle a lot of the repetitive tasks, which is really important. Again, especially if you're just, in the business yourself, you're in the space yourself that you're just trying to juggle or wearing multiple hats, as most of us are doing, right? So repetitive tasks for one. AI can definitely manage a lot of those repetitive tasks, from data entry to file management to social media post scheduling, engagement. I mean, a lot of these social media platforms give you the ability to schedule a lot of your posts, but you don't necessarily need to use them because, again, a lot of the other AI tools that are out there, or you can use them in conjunction with each other to be able to, have a lot of your posts going out there. File management, right? When it comes to sorting and organizing, it could become a little cumbersome. So it's really important, again, for us to be able to streamline a lot of that. You don't want to get to the tail end of your business or in the middle of your business, where you are successful, and then now you have to go back to the starting point to try to organize yourself. Right. And like I mentioned, data entry, as you already know, automatically filling forms, into a database, doing automatic updates. This can help you with your accounting. This can help you with, bookkeeping. This can help you with a number of different things. And there are a number of different AI tools out there. So it's really, again, I always suggest for you to do your research to see which one is beneficial for you. Right. All right. Let me move my big head out the way. Actually, let me even shrink myself smaller. And you guys already seen this face before, right? Anyway, next, another one that AI tools can really help with is scheduling, right? And time blocking with AI. A lot of us have a lot of things on our plate, right? From the time that you wake up in the morning to the time that you're laying down at night, there's a number of different things. And sometimes you don't get a lot of the most important things knocked out, right? So this is where AI tools or AI calendars or AI schedulers can be able to help you with that, right? You can help you with your morning focus. For myself, I love to do meditation. I do my, my prayers in the morning. I mean, I connect with the Almighty, then my meditations, then my affirmations, and, then, a workout, again, get into life with the family, dropping son to school, out with the wife, things of that nature, right? So it's a lot of different things that a lot of us have in our day to day that we definitely can utilize AI for, right? Client meetings. I used to use AI really a lot during the times when I'm doing sales calls for client meetings, right? Scheduling those meetings, putting those time frames in, those when it needs to alert you when you do have a meeting coming up. It's really helpful, right? Instead of you having to write everything down or even type everything down. And now you can definitely just voice it, right? You just voice what you have going on, and AI will pick it up. The break reminders, sometimes you need to take a break, take 5 minutes, even take a nap. I know people say older people take a nap, but sometimes you need to recharge the brain, right? You need to shut the brain down so that, you can come up with those imaginations, those new insights and things of that nature. And administrative tasks, as you already know, those low energy periods, you can utilize, AI can show you where, either you're not doing enough, you're not being productive enough, or you're being overly productive and you're going to burn out, right? So you want to be able to balance it. For myself, and click down. Yeah, so email replies and client management, right? Email it has not gone anywhere. Actually, it's still growing at a rapid pace. Until that changes, you can use AI for that, right? Email replies, even crafting a lot of the emails. Client management, being able to manage your clients with the CRMs and the other tools that are out there, you can use AI for, right? Yes, AI is not going to take over everything because a lot of it has to do with our human ingenuity, but we are the the orchestrators behind the scenes that is going to be able to, have it functioning the way it needs to, right? Response generation, right? Again, professionally reply to certain emails that are sent to you. I mean, personally, I like to kind of reply to emails myself, but if you are doing emails on a massive scale, then why not have an automated email reply, set up, generated in whatever tool that you're using, right? Even with ChatGPT or maybe Claude AI or even Gemini, you have the ability to create some of these AI agents, right? You can create an AI agent that's going to be able to help you with a lot of that. And reviews and send, AI can review things. It could be your own personal editor, right, of a lot of the things that you're either creating or you're sending or you're crafting, for your business. Sometimes human error does take a part, so why not let AI engines kind of do its thing. Right, project reminders and smart to-do lists. This is where you're able to get urgent tasks, for critical deadlines, important work for high-value client deliverables. Right, AI can definitely manage a lot of that. The routine tasks, a lot of it, the repetitive tasks that can become just mundane. And with doing it over and over again, allow AI to do that. Right, again, as solopreneurs, we're wearing multiple hats, right, guys? So use the tools that are out there that's going to be able to help you. And use optional items, some of them, like, meaning which some of these tools, you may not necessarily need it to your day to day, but it can be an optional item that you can definitely acquire later on so that, it can definitely help you as you're growing your business. Right, so here's some action steps. This was just a really quick overview of, again, the other video that I created before. Right, you want to be able to choose tools that are beneficial for you and your business. Right, because there's so many tools out there, you can get inundated and then you just want to purchase all the tools. Don't do that. You're going to burn yourself out, as well as not really master any one of them, right? And on top of that, burn out your pockets, burn a hole in your pockets. Why do that? So create an account, with a lot of the free tier platforms that are out there, the AI tools, and see if this is beneficial for you in your freelance and your gig business, right? You want to set up automation. Automation is huge. It really does save a lot of time, and it gives you the opportunity to be able to do multiple things, right? Juggling is a part of just being an entrepreneur. So, I know they say you don't want to juggle too many things because you end up dropping them all. But to a certain degree, you definitely need to juggle, but you also have AI to back you up, right? You want to test and refine. Make sure the workflows run smoothly. You don't want a client, encountering any errors because you didn't take the time out to test it out to make sure that everything was operational. Right? Focus on growing your business. Again, 80% of your business, 80% of your tasks can be automated by AI. Remember that 80%, the 80-20 rule, right? So that means you could focus on the 20%. The 20% is what? Maybe sales calls, maybe closing more clients, maybe creating more content, creating videos like how I'm creating videos like right now, instructional, whatever it is that 20% is going to give you the return that you're looking for. Allow AI to focus on that other 80%, right? This is going to 3x your productivity, right? Again, this AI is here for a reason. It's not just here to be all smoke and mirrors, all glamour and glitz, right? I know on YouTube there's a lot of fancy different things that everybody's discussing about it, but you could really use it for your beneficial situation when you're dealing with your business, right? And it's a zero cost when you're starting with AI. The cost really is your time investment. So that's priceless at the end of the day, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, that was it. I just wanted to give you guys a really quick, not even quick, but a really good overview of AI, right? And using AI to automate 80% of your freelance business. So, as you guys already know, I'm definitely going to continue to deliver anything that I find interesting and see if you guys are interested as well. Maybe you guys can do your own research. I always say that at the end of these videos, do your own research, find out which one is best suited for you. And as always, this is me signing off. Stay safe, stay dangerous.